and happy holidays here from Author Talk to you. And you guys listening, we wanted to pop on this Christmas day and just kind of let you guys into our Christmas day that we're having with our families and to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas.
So,
Merry Christmas.
I know. Yay. It snuck up on us so fast, you guys. But this weekend, we went and visited my family and Josh's family, and the girls got spoiled from both families, which is always so wonderful. And then they woke up this morning and got their Christmas gifts from Santa, and they both got bikes. So we had a Frozen bike.
Oh my gosh. So this may be the greatest Christmas present of their lives.
Yes.
Because it was the greatest Christmas of my life as a child was bicycle Christmas. So they're having a bicycle Christmas.
Yeah. So we're going to.
Oh my gosh.
Are you putting these together yourself, Amy? That's what I want to know, because that's like
well, okay, so here's the story behind that. So like 3 weeks ago, I went and tried to get these right from Walmart and from Santa's workshop. One was put together, one was in the box. So then I took the girls out and I was like, hey, let's have a mommy dinner. I took the girls out to dinner while Josh could put the other one together, and we put them in the attic so that way they couldn't see them and everything. And then what we're going to do is they already have helmets from their like balance bike.
Kids
so
with
what
helmets.
what we're gonna do is tomorrow we're gonna take them and let them pick out new helmets for their bikes that they can get. But they were so excited. They've wanted this for so long, and so they're so excited.
This may be. Now, how old are your girls?
4 and 3.
Okay, the
That's a big
4-year-old
bike.
might be able to remember it the rest of her life. You think? Does a 4-year-old do that? This may be her best Christmas.
Take a lot of video.
I hope so. It was just like a beautiful thing. And then I had the struggle of Josh's gift, right? So
I love
the whole thing. So originally he wanted an office chair like he had gotten me for Mother's Day. So I ordered it from my mother's Amazon account, and then he all of a sudden didn't want it, so I had to cancel it. And then he wanted this like fitness book, and then I ordered it, and then he comes home and says, oh, I told my workout buddy we're getting each other gifts that's what I wanted, so I had to cancel it. So then I finally was like, what do you want? And so just put it in the cart, right? So he put it in the cart, and I got him this heart rate monitor for when he works out and ice punches and everything.
And Josh is the dude in the gym with the heart rate monitor. You know, there's all sorts of dudes in the gym. Josh is that dude.
He is, and he thoroughly loved it. And so he's planning on going to the gym on Wednesday to use it. He's just really excited about it. So it was just great. And then we are gonna sous vide a pork tenderloin, a stuffed pork tenderloin for dinner. So it's currently in the sous vide. So we're super excited about it, and we're gonna have just a lot of fun. And Christmas is so much different with little kids than when it was just me and Josh.
I know, and it will never be the same again. And when they grow up, it won't be as good, especially when their wives want them or their husbands want them to go to their Christmas. So then it's not even put together all the time.
Well, I'm thoroughly enjoying the time period that
you have to,
for sure. Yeah. Because I stopped and I thought about it, and I was like, this time next year, Meadow's going to be in kindergarten, and she's going to be on winter break. And so I'm just like, I need time to slow down. But it's fun kind of watching these things. So it's been a really fun, exciting weekend and day. And so I'd love to hear what all you guys did so far on Christmas Day and how your guys' weekends were leading up to it.
Me next?
Yeah.
Sure.
You want me to go? Okay, so here's the thing. Anyone who has parents that have that are still together and been together for a long time, or has a husband that they've had for a while, will know exactly what happened, because it will have happened. I came out in a brand new turtleneck maybe 30 days ago, maybe 45 days ago.
Okay.
And my wife said, what is that? And I said, it's my new look. I'm going to be the turtleneck guy this winter, because it's cold for like 5 or 6 months here in Atlanta.
Okay.
So you can wear turtlenecks. And she said, where did you get that? Well, Amazon. It costs $26. She said, don't wear that except when I'm at work, so I don't see it. She said, I'll get you a turtleneck.
Yeah.
And that was into that. And then she ordered for Christmas for me, like a couple of turtlenecks that she approved of, and 4 or 5 other pieces of clothes because she decided, look, if he's going to buy those gross turtlenecks, I need to get him some other clothes. So I got clothes because I bought that turtleneck, and by the way, she threw it away. It was brand new.
Oh my God.
So that's my Christmas.
She
I got
wants
clothes.
you to look a certain way, and she's going to
Yes.
help you achieve this. I love it.
Exactly. But I did spend this morning with my 6-year-old granddaughter and my 2.5-year-old genetically identical twin granddaughters, and they knew what Santa Claus and Christmas was for the first time this year. So it was a
awesome.
great Christmas. The
Mhm.
best
I
since my
love
kids were babies like Amy's.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. It's like
Yes.
it's similar here because like my girls are like really into Santa, right? Like we went and took photos. They're really into it. So then like when it happened, it just was like a whole, like magical moment. So I
is.
love that. That's so wonderful. Valerie, what about you?
Yeah, hold on, Amy. I do miss that because now my kids are older, and when they would come down, they're like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh!" It would just be. It's so thrilling to have that surprise factor,
Yeah.
and and as parents, you're like the whole night before, like, "Okay, it's late, but we got to get it done. We got to get it done." But it's worth it. It's so worth it.
Yeah.
And now, so our Christmas now, it's a little different. Everybody's half asleep. That starts in the teenage years. We're a little half asleep, and whoever's here. But luckily, my kids are down from San Antonio, and so they're all visiting, and we all got to spend the morning together. And last night, we'd all went to church together, which is really funny because Russell, you can probably relate. When we go to church, we take up a whole pew.
Yeah.
And we have to get there super early just so we can take up a whole pew.
And it's cool.
It's so cool. And we're all like, hello down there. Hello down there.
Oh, yeah. You're the noisy pew.
I love it.
We're good. We're just good. And we're all,
I love
and
that.
what's so funny is the kids still do like what they did when they were younger. They're like, poking each other or, whatever. So you're like, I can't believe I still have to go like, shh, guys, we're in church. But then we go out to eat and go see lights. So that makes it perfect. So when you wake up on Christmas morning, you're just like, woo, gifts. So it's good. I just love it. And we always have like our tradition is to have eggs Benedict. So that's like, we're just like dishing it out, pouring it on, and just
Are you French?
Nice.
No, but we just like, it's
Poached
like
eggs is a French thing for Christmas.
I know, but it's just like
You're
a
French.
special treat. I'm Italian, but but we need a special breakfast, and we just like to that's like the thing we expect on Christmas Day, just like something. And then we'll go visit more family today because we have the big family situation. So that's always good. I love Christmas Day. It's just like a whole extension of Christmas Eve.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got a bad story that I have to tell.
Okay. I'm prepared.
This is bad.
Okay.
Okay. So when my kids were little, this occurred to me when Valerie said when the kids run downstairs in the morning, what Santa Claus brings.
Yeah.
So we used to have, when my kids were little, all the old grandmothers and aunts would come over and spend Christmas Eve night with us so we could all share Christmas together. And they were too old to drive in the morning to come over for Christmas. So they just spent the night, right? And it was on a fold-out couch with where the fireplace and all the presents and the Christmas tree was. So I used to love to torture my kids by being real loud in the morning when I got up to make sure they were awake. But I had the rule they weren't allowed off the second story of the house until I gave them permission. So they had to stand up there and listen to whatever we were saying. And I would stand below and say, oh, what's this? This is neat. What? And saying things. And they were up there screaming and crying, Mom, tell him to stop. Mom, tell him to let us go. I loved that torture. That was my second favorite thing to torture my kids with.
Oh
Yes.
man. See, that gives me something to look forward to because next year we'll be in our new house, which will be like a 2-story house.
If the
and girls-
contractor gets it done.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, hey. And the the girls will be upstairs. So they're gonna have the whole upstairs to themselves, right in the game room. And so I'm excited to like do those things. Like I had planned on like the bottom of the stairs, like wrapping, putting like wrapping paper across it so they have to bust through it. And so I'm just like, God, I want to like just fast forward to Christmas and this so I can like do it. Cause we had a 2-story house and we would all wait at the top of the banister until my parents would come out and then it'd be like
Oh,
all
so
lit
that
up.
was great. So they kind of got to torture you too.
Kind of. So like that it would be like really lit up downstairs and we would all be waiting. It'd be like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, right? And so then we would all kind of come down. And so it was just like, I don't know, it was like a magical kind of moment. And I just remember that. And I'm like looking
The
forward to
greatest
kind of creating
Christmases
that.
ever.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm so excited. It's sad that they're getting older, but then I'm just like, man, I'm gonna soak in these years that they're like really into this.
You have to do that. And then our oldest son, he would wake up like super, super early. And of course, we were tired from being up late, doing all this stuff. And like you said, getting stuff out of the attic.
Yeah, you gotta do that quietly. Like
I had a memory trigger when you said getting the bikes out of the attic, and he's like, I can't do, you're like trying to be quiet. But my oldest son would get up and he would go look at everybody's stuff and then go in their rooms and go, guess what you got? Guess what you got? And then like, Tyler, go away.
Okay, I have another bad story that just reminds me. This is even worse.
Okay.
So we were little, my sister and I used to count who had the most Christmas presents. And we would do that during the weeks before Christmas, right?
Yeah.
And I used to really sneaky hide some of her presents so she couldn't win those contests. And then one year,
awful. That's awful. Oh my God, that's awful.
And then one year, and this is like a legend in the room, I forgot to put her presents back out. So she only had 2 presents for Christmas, and I forgot where I hid them. So she never found them. So 7 months later, my mom found those presents in July. Found those presents, the hiding place, when she was in one of the closets looking for something.
Yeah.
Do you know how much trouble I was in?
I can't imagine.
So I got in trouble when I hid them, and I got in trouble again when they were found.
Oh my God.
And my sister still screams at me about that.
I don't blame her. Oh my God.
I know. I would have been so upset.
I think that was so funny.
You know what? I was so bad too. My mom would put all our stuff out wrapped, and I'd be like, I think I know what this is. And I try to like unwrap it and then carefully rewrap it. Like when they would go to bed, and I was like, okay, now I know what this one is. And then she like, you unwrap that because you could see like where you would like rip the edge or try to do this, but you think you're being sneaky, but you're not.
You guys are stinkers. I never did any of those things. I just kind of shook them.
That's because you had so many sisters to tell on you.
I just feel like it's because I was the baby, because I feel like by the time I came along, my mom like really had this thing nailed. So like if she had something that was like small and she had put it in those boxes, like at Macy's, they would give you boxes to put stuff in. Yes. She would stuff it around. So when you shook it, it wouldn't move, So then we all just were like, okay, well, this is close. But we always had this tradition where on Christmas Eve, and like I want to start this with my kids when they're a little bit older, we always unwrapped pajamas and like a movie. And you can read like when VHSs were out and stuff, but we would always put on our pajamas, go look at Christmas lights, and then come home and watch.
Josh should never agree to that.
And then we would come home and watch Christmas Vacation, right? That was like our Christmas Eve movie. And
Josh should not agree to that, because I know what you're going to do to him. You've ruined him before by making him wear those weird Halloween costumes. I cannot imagine. It would be like the Christmas Story. Remember what the Ralphie had to wear?
The bunny?
Yes. You would do something like that to poor Josh. I wouldn't
do the bunny, but I do like onesies because it's like just easy. And so I totally would do onesies, like the Grinch and stuff. I would totally do those. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. So I mean, I'll tell Josh about your
He will not agree to it. I am going to campaign for Josh not to have to do that.
Anyway,
By the way, my daughter did that this year.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
So we would watch Christmas Vacation. That was our Christmas Eve movie.
Mhm.
And I don't think the girls can watch that yet, or like Die Hard. So
I did not realize how young you are. That when you were little, Christmas Vacation still existed. I'm
Yeah.
stunned. You're like 12 still. And that's a
I
compliment
remember
now. Because I
VHS
think you're like
movies.
36.
Yeah. That's not too long.
We had a lot of VHS like movies, and I remember when new ones would come out on VHS. I remember that, and then the landlines, and then when cell phones came out, I remember those things.
But you know what's really cool? Okay, we have all watched, all the like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, all these things.
Yeah.
And so we went to a holiday party recently, and the kids of our friends knew the whole dance to Heat Miser. And they played the Heat Miser song they knew the whole dance. I was like, that is so great because
What is Heat Miser?
Heat
Is
Miser
that from Santa Claus is Coming to
Santa
Town?
Claus is Coming to Town, where it's like Jack Frost and Heat Miser, and they're fighting.
Oh yeah.
But they
The
knew the
animation?
whole dance. They performed it for all the guests at the party. I was like, that is
I love
so fun.
it.
So I was like, oh, you're after our own heart there, because Heat Miser with the
yeah.
hair on fire.
Oh, I love it. See, I haven't busted those out for my kids. I honestly totally forgot about those because
Oh my gosh,
they
we have the
have
whole
that.
set. I think it's 2-box set. It's so
I
great.
know. I should have put those on because they have like the Elf on the Shelf. Netflix has like their series of that, so we would watch all of those kind of things. But it's never too late. I mean, hell, it's Christmas Day. We can just
You can
fill it
do
in,
binge
right?
watch. Binge
I'm gonna
watch.
do
while
that.
you're
That's what we're gonna
recovering.
do tonight. I'm gonna
Yeah.
pop popcorn and do the red and white M&Ms because that's what the girls like. I can't have those, but they like it. And then I'm gonna be like, we're gonna watch because I'm only like 30, 45 minutes. I'm like, we're gonna watch these.
Now, do you have a lot of gifts to put together? Because that's like you spend the whole Christmas day putting.
Yeah,
gifts
you want to
together.
ruin a Christmas.
Yes.
You don't put together the gifts till after they open it.
No,
Eesh.
like last year I had a lot because they got like a vanity and stuff, but this year they got like their bikes, but then they got like a little like makeup kit and a lot of those Tonys for their Tony box that I talked about last week. And so they got a lot of those things, and then like clothes, and they have like some toys, but they got a lot of joint things. Like I got them this Little People Frozen castle. It's what it's called. It's called Little People Frozen Castle.
They're like, these
And
are so cute. They're
Yeah.
so cute.
I got them that, and that's like their joint gift together. So they got like a lot of things like that I don't have to.
Can I tell another bad Christmas story?
Is it about little people? Sure.
No, it's about being mean to the kids again. Forgot another one I used. So I had this nephew, right?
Okay.
When he was a little boy, he was wound a little tight. Okay.
Okay.
It's just some kids are, right? Where they just
Yeah.
get a little. So he was really excited for Christmas. So what I did was, and my sister almost killed me. She almost killed me. Is I replaced all his. I bought a bunch of socks and wrapped in 4 or 5 boxes presents, socks, and I took all his presents from under the tree and I put these boxes, each with a pair of socks in them. And then I put his presents under the bed.
Devious.
So
Oh my
while
God.
everyone's opening their presents, all I got was socks.
He's cracking
He
himself.
was freaking out. His mom was so mad. She didn't even ask. She knew who did that.
Oh my gosh, Russell, you're such a
It was
menace.
so
And it's funny still.
I remember he
good one.
about the third tip box he opened, he raised them up. More socks! He was screaming.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was so fun.
I love, oh my gosh, Russell, I love your stories. Those are
golden.
fabulous. You were such a menace. Oh my god.
You know, and your poor mom. Oh my gosh.
I know. Goodness, Russell. Well, you guys, we all just wanted to pop on here to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays, and to kind of let you guys in on our Christmas that we currently have going on. So we hope you guys are having a fantastic Christmas, and we can't wait to talk with you guys next Monday.
And socks.
It's
And I hope that you got socks, and no
I
one
hope you get socks for Christmas.
and no one hid your presents. But until
forgot
next
where they
Monday, I know. Until next Monday, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.